All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. First things first, right off the bat, merch. We still got some merch. We do have new merch coming soon, so make sure you guys are subscribed to, as always, Stepback Pod on Twitter, Stepback Podcast on Instagram, the Stepback on YouTube. Make sure you guys are subscribed and following along. Also, dude, 18 years ago today, D. Wade drops 29-point triple-double on Kentucky to lead Marquette to the Final Four.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They go on to lose to Kansas, but that's awesome.
Yeah, Dwayne Wade was unbelievable college player.
18 years ago today was that run. Was that triple-double from D-Wade. That's awesome. Little fun fact.
Kind of like the Ja Morant thing where we saw Ja put up the triple-double and we're like, oh, this guy's going to be a superstar.
In the NBA next year.
Right now.
Actually, what's interesting is my grandpa played that. His team played that. He coached, obviously, didn't play. Against that Marquette team that year.
Right.
Before the season. He was an exhibition coach. And he said that, like, he didn't know about D-Wade. He's like, I was way more concerned with Steve Novak. He goes, he's got 29 points going in at halftime. Yeah. I can't get this guy to miss.
7 from D.
Yeah, I can't get this guy to miss. All right, cool, man. We got a good show, so let's just jump right into it.
A timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry! Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game. Is this the dagger? Oh! Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. Cleveland! This is for you.
Welcome to the Stepback Podcast.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Stepback. I'm Kyle.
I'm Pat.
And, we got a bunch of stuff to get into. The last show we did was actually the trade deadline
special.
Yeah, so let's I guess we got some stuff to talk about. We got guys on new teams. What do you think? What do you want to get into first?
Dude, all right, so I don't know. We're obviously past the deadline. Okay, so the next domino to fall was going to be the buyout market. And the biggest domino was Drummond, right?
Yep.
And Drummond goes to the Lakers, which, I mean, we were kind of a little bit on the fence about that.
Yep.
We're like, is that the right decision for Drummond? Like, he's going to get he obviously wants his money just like every other NBA player does. He wants his money.
The Knicks had $50 million. They could have given him a real straight-up contract
right that's
now.
What I'm saying. Yeah. But we were talking about it the other day. I was like, dude, why doesn't Drummond just go to the Lakers for 1 year to try his best to win a title, right, with AD and LeBron, and then go get the bag next year with New York because it's going to do that. It's still going to be there.
Show that you can be a winning piece in a winning team.
Totally.
And a piece in a machine.
Let's be honest. If we're going to put Drummond with LeBron's going to make him
so much better.
So much better. We saw with Dwight. So much better. Remember Dwight? And everyone was kind of like, even before the Lakers, you're like, dude, he's done. All right, he's probably over with. You know, he's not really doing a lot. He was in Atlanta. He was in Charlotte. We were like, what's happening with Dwight Howard? And now, Drummond is in kind of that Dwight role where he's, going to be crashing the glass, throwing down lobs. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. But that was the big one to go down. Drummond to the Lakers. I mean, it obviously can only help them. Drummond, has he been an All-Star? I think he's like two-time All-Star.
Two-time All-Star, yeah.
So, two-time All-Star, I mean, was a rebound champion for probably like the past 5 years or whatever. Yeah, totally. But the real question I have for you is, does rebounding even matter anymore?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Man. Extra possessions. Yeah, totally.
Obviously, it matters. Let me rephrase that. But I mean, Is it still valuable to bring down 17 rebounds a game?
Well, he averages 13.5 rebounds. He averages 17.5 points, though.
Yeah.
He's an inside scorer as well.
I'm being dramatic, right.
Like how Montrez is an inside scorer, like Drummond is also an inside scorer as well.
He has no post moves, though.
Yeah, but you don't feed him on the block. You use him in other ways. You know what I mean? This is something I wanted to get into because, like, the pick and roll thing, like, or at least the vertical threat, the lob threat, like, it's definitely an improvement over like Marc Gasol, who obviously can barely move, right?
Right.
But like this season, he's not nearly like the lob threat he used to be. He's not nearly the lob threat Dwight is. He's only throw down 2 dunks off pick and rolls this year. But I don't know if it matters because like The dude could still leap. Like if you go watch the 2 lobs he threw down off pick and rolls, they're massive. His armpit is at the rim. He's way up above the rim. And I think that like playing with someone like LeBron, obviously that's gonna change dramatically. Like you're playing in Detroit, and you're playing in Cleveland alongside Sexton and young guards
on that team.
Right, these guys are good, man. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see Sexton drop 48. I'd be like,
they're a playoff team in 2 or 3 years.
But they don't know. That's not like their style is not like
playmaking.
The real true point guard.
Right,
what I always call the quarterback. That's what LeBron does.
Right, totally.
So like I think you can bring that back from Drummond. The lob threat, the vertical threat. Another thing I'm interested for with Drummond is how it will change like their transition offense. That means AD gets to leak.
Right.
And Drummond gets to either outlet all the way over the top to AD or outlet to, a cutoff man, essentially, who's going to lob it into AD, who's always going to have the post position on the inside on some poor schmuck who ran down there, usually in the back, a backcourt player who ran down there to beat AD back there. That's how they get a lot of their transition buckets. That's how the Lakers created a lot of transition offense last year. If you go look at the tape, a lot of it is the bigs, the 5s rebounding and AD leaking. And, like, they haven't been able to do that as much this year, right? So, like, that's going to be nice. I'm excited to see that, the transition offense. And
AD can finally play the 5.
What do you mean?
He doesn't have
play
to
the
play
4.
the 5.
Yeah,
play the 4 is
yeah.
what I meant to say. Sorry.
And, like, obviously Drummond can't shoot. So, like, they're going to have to make up for that in transition offense. And he's going to have to make up for that in being super impactful and rebounding.
On the glass.
The guy's never really been a high-impact player.
That's what I'm saying. That's why he's a buyout guy, man.
He's always been a super high stats, low impact guy. He's played 8 games in his career. He's lost all 8. Playoff games.
Right.
I'm sorry, playoff games rather.
Right.
Played 8 playoff games in his career. He's lost all 8. So, I mean, obviously those teams weren't great teams. Obviously, Andre Drummond's never been on like a
championship caliber team.
Right, where like somebody's going to put you in the right spot to succeed. Like,
okay, well, hear me out then. So, I got 2 parts to this question.
Okay.
1, why? Because, I mean, casuals will look at his stats and be like, he's 13-14, or he's 17-14, or whatever it is, and you'd be like, oh my god, this guy's an unbelievable center. Why is he a buyout guy? Why is nobody giving up any assets? Seconds, first, the Cavs are like, dude, we can't move this guy for anything.
It's because of just his salary number is so high. It's just his salary number. Like, people aren't trying to give up assets to try to absorb a $30-something million contract for a non-shooting big in 2021. You know what I mean?
Well, that's my whole. That was kind of my point earlier.
Like, Drummond might go get $24 million $21 million next year. I don't know. That would be legit. You'd be able to trade Drummond on a contract if it was $21 million for sure.
30's too high.
You'd be able to get something back. Yeah. You're not getting anything back for a rental. Andre Drummond at 30-something.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's just not gonna. Nobody wants to absorb that contract.
So, my next part of
nobody can make the money work. That means I have to give up if I'm not over the hard cap. If I actually can take that, if I'm over the hard cap, I have to match you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like that means I have to give you a $30 million player. What $30 million player do you think is better than Andre Drummond? It's sort of a tough contract he's on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
He's awesome, but he's on a tough deal.
Yeah. So the next part of my question is, because he's a buyout guy, because he's a 2-time All-Star, because he's a multiple-time rebounding champion, does this mean anything?
For the Lakers?
Right.
I mean, I think it makes them better. Yeah, I think they'll automatically improve, man.
Totally. I mean, I think that they improve, but
now they're like situationally. Well, one thing that made them so dominant in the bubble is how many different rotations they could put out for different situations. Right. And I think that that's so key, especially for somebody like LeBron, who's made his career being known as like a Swiss Army knife, right? We were talking about it the other day. Like, you think they're going to come up with some sort of defense, like some sort of zone that LeBron's never seen before? Like, stop. Yeah. It's like he's so good at so many different situational basketball things that, like, that's awesome. I got a 5 who can rip 30-foot threes, can't rebound that well, can't throw down lobs, but I got one if I need one. I also have a 5 who can get me 20 points, 25 rebounds in a game.
Yeah,
he
easily.
Can't shoot, but I got one if I need one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Totally.
I also got a 6'8" center who's sort of like a 4-5 combo, who's like this high energy, rebounding inside scorer guy who will come in and give you 7 points in 38 seconds with the rest in Montrez.
Yeah.
He can't do a lot of things, but I have him if I need him too. Man, that's awesome. LeBron can play the point. LeBron can play the 4. LeBron can play the 5. You know what I mean?
3.
There's so many weird, cool things they can do now with so many different sort of situational centers. They have 3 completely different style player of centers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. And I agree with you. I think this move definitely makes the Lakers better, especially with.
I think the playoffs are so strategic, man. I think the regular season is checkers and the playoffs is chess.
Yeah.
And like the more possible moves somebody like LeBron can make in the chess game of the playoffs,
the better.
The better. Yeah.
The
more
ways
to beat you.
Can,
more ways to beat you, more avenues to go down to get buckets.
Tools in the toolbox.
Yes, totally. Yeah.
I agree, man. And like I said, I think that Drummond obviously makes them a better team. They probably go to the finals out of the West, right?
Yes, I think so. But the Clippers got better too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they go out and add Rondo, but I also think that the Lakers are probably just going to the finals out of the West. But the real question is not getting to the finals. Yeah.
So you're not worried about the Clippers?
Not at all.
They definitely got better. They got exactly what they needed.
Not until you show me, dog.
I'm 100% with you. I'm just saying, as a basketball mind, you watch the Clippers for a year and a half now. You know what they need. They need one thing. There's only like 6 of those type of guys in the NBA. That true point guard role, the point guard, the true old school point guard role. It's exactly what they needed. Everybody knew it. They got better.
Yeah, Rondo is. Yeah, but this isn't 22-year-old Rondo.
I know, but you watched the
he was
bubble
awesome
last year. Is part of the reason the Lakers have that championship.
He turned into.
He's the second best, third best, most valuable piece out there.
He changed his whole game in the bubble. He became
ripping threes, super aggressive, going to the rack.
Totally.
Even going to the rack, like off a pick and roll. I'm just gonna go right. He would just attack the hoop right up there. I'm just gonna attack your big. Like, man, he was so aggressive scoring, so aggressive shooting.
Yeah. All I'm saying, man, is this year in Atlanta, it hasn't been so great. I mean, could be there.
On,
I mean, yeah, totally. But I'm just saying, like, let's look at this. How are we looking at Rondo? Are we looking at Rondo as are we just waiting for the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay. So the regular season means nothing.
For the Clippers? Yeah,
No.
sure.
I mean, for Rondo. Like, if you're sitting here evaluating Rondo, he's been awful all regular season. That means nothing to you.
I mean, I guess it means a little. How much does it mean? Not really.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like if we're just banking on playoff Rondo, then that's fine. Then we'll see what's up in the playoffs. I have no idea.
He wasn't good last regular season either.
That's what I'm saying, man. So it's like, how much are we really?
He also hasn't played much this year, man. Like, he's played 12 minutes a game.
Yeah, but the Hawks signed him to a big deal. They give him a lot of money.
That's not his fault. They're playing 11 minutes a game. He's out here averaging 4, 2, and 4 on, 10 minutes a game.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if we're gonna pay Rondo, if we're gonna throw him $9 million a year or whatever it was, I mean, almost $10 million contract for 34, 35-year-old Rondo, at least play him.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But did you see Trey's post about like how important it was and how much he taught him and stuff like that? Like, I think that's important. I think that stuff matters.
Yeah.
All that intangible, let me teach you how to win and be a leader and all that stuff, that matters, which is why right now especially I'm so pro on the quarterbacks. There are so few of them.
Yeah.
Like, it's so important for me to be like, no, you need to be here. And let me explain to you why. Like, dude, that's huge. Like, remember a couple of weeks ago, RJ Barrett goes to the rack. Jimmy switches. Help D strips him. Easy work. They go reset for the inbound play. Jimmy grabs RJ Barrett, literally grabs him. Come here. And he explains to him, what did you just do wrong? If you're going to go to the rack like that, and I'm coming help side on the weak side like that, I'm rotating, that ball needs to be on your chest. You cannot be holding it out. Because
I'm just going to take it.
I'm just going to strip you. I'm coming weak side, man. There's no body here.
Yeah, there's nothing
I'm just
protecting.
Coming.
Yeah.
Right. The ball's got to be on your body, and you got to get on my body.
Right.
Like, okay, that moment right there, RJ Barrett is going to remember that. He's going to utilize that going forward.
Totally.
Like, so the next time that situation plays itself out, RJ Barrett's going to do the D Rose thing. Protect the ball and then body into the defender, create space, layup.
Yeah.
He just, you know how many points you just showed that guy how to get throughout the course of your career?
Yeah, totally.
You just alter the course of that guy's career right there. You taught him how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's important. I think that's so important. That's something that I I misjudged the importance of like veterans and experienced players like that when I was younger. I thought it was all about like the face value of the guy.
Totally.
It's his skill level. Like it's totally not, man. Like I think Chris Paul shows it. Obviously that has to do with skill level on the court, but it also has to do with like Booker, like you said, we haven't talked about it yet, but we're going to talk about it. Last night, Booker had 35. He's just in overtime. Like, dude, Booker's a completely different player this year.
Oh, yeah,
His skills are the same.
I agree.
It's this. He learned new stuff about the game, how to perceive the game, how to think about winning, how to try to become a winner from Chris Paul. And it's made the entire world of difference on a young dude like Booker. I think that matters. I think it matters so much.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, man. And I agree with what you're saying. All I'm saying is I think another year older of Rondo, and we're expecting him to come in and make big plays for the Clippers and help them win a championship when the Lakers just got Drummond, LeBron, AD, and Schroeder. That's a lot, especially when they just lost in 7 to Utah or Denver.
I'm not choosing the Clippers. I'm
Totally,
just saying
all right.
cannot write them off just because it's recency bias. We have this thing before they lost in the playoffs. Remember what you thought of them. You know what I mean?
It was Battle of LA, and whatever
exactly.
happens.
I don't think that's gone inherently because they had a poor performance in a playoff series. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's still there, and it's most certainly still there for the Clippers. It might not be there for you or me. It might not be there for Rob Pelinka and LeBron.
Any of the NBA fans. Right.
Or any NBA player, but I promise you it's there for those Lakers guys.
Yeah.
Those Clippers
in
guys.
that locker room.
They want those Lakers so bad, man. It was the story all offseason. This team was literally designed and built to beat one team, and they didn't even get the chance to do it. It's like, dude, they want that. They want that. And I think that there needs to be a little bit more talk about, like, I don't know if the Lakers want to see the Clippers early in the playoffs. Like, LeBron's going to be out how long? AD's going to be out how much longer? How much do we really want to drop in these standings here? Because I don't know. I know if I'm in the Clippers, I'm like, yeah, we love this. We love this. Stay out more. Rest that ankle more. And then I'll see you in the second round. And I have something to say about because I've been going to bed every single night for a year thinking about this. Don't get it twisted. Those guys aren't coming playing games.
I got you. Here's my counterpoint. I think the Lakers are just straight up better.
That's fair.
They lost Trez. Trez is gone.
I mean,
that's a major piece off their bench. He's a runner-up 6th man of the year. Drummond is straight up just better than Zubac. I mean, LeBron is straight up just better than Kawhi.
Lou's gone.
Lou's gone.
It's fair. So, it's a fair point. I'm just saying, hey man, I don't think we should sleep on them and pretend like they don't exist. That's all I'm saying.
Fair.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
They could come out of the West.
Yeah.
Easy. They come out of the West. Are you kidding me?
I don't know, man.
Fast forwarded in time and you saw that the finals was this weekend. You're like,
Clippers
who's playing?
Nets,
I was in a coma, and it's Clippers Nets. You'd be like, oh,
yeah,
that's fair.
But my whole point, man, is they still really, I mean, they have Rondo, but they don't have depth at point guard. There's no depth.
They have finals experience.
For sure. But I need depth, man.
Yep.
I mean, in a season where, it's a 72-game season and finals, and, who knows what's going on with the playoffs and how they're going to do that, but it's like, dude, you need to have a backup point guard.
They still do. They still have Pat Bev. He's still going to go do the same thing he's been doing. I know he's not a backup pure point guard, but
I'm interested to see what
still
happens
out there.
I'd be happy to say I'm wrong. I just think it's Lakers in 6.
Yeah, probably. You're probably
or 5.
right. I'm just saying I think we need to start having the conversation that, there's a little bit of
Let's see what
disrespect
happens
happening
with Rondo.
here.
See, this is what annoys me with Rondo, man. It's like, dude, fine. Come in and win me a big playoff series. That probably just makes up for the entire garbage of whatever the regular season was. But, like, dude, we have to go through this whole thing again. It's like, dude, I'm watching you every night and you're doing nothing. Every night you're doing nothing because you don't play. You're not doing anything. And it's like he goes in the playoffs. He's a totally different player. It's so annoying, bro. So it's like, yeah, whatever. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But, the guy is like, that's sort of his thing. Like,
yeah,
even
totally.
Back in his prime, it was like, you'd be like, you see Rondo's game last night?
Yeah, playoff
like,
Rondo.
No, even in the regular season, be like, what did he have? Like, even his prime in Boston, 7, 7, and 11. But he dominated the whole game. Like,
totally.
So you're like, oh, he's 4, 2, and 4. But it's like, in 10 minutes, like maybe in 32 minutes, maybe you'd be saying he's 7, 7, and 11. But he dominated that whole game just like you did in the bubble, just like he did 10 years ago. You know what I mean? You don't know. I don't know that.
True.
We don't get to see. We don't get to see like it actually play out. We never get to see it. He finally goes and plays with a good team, but he's with LeBron, so he doesn't get to be Rondo. I guess he had a couple. Don't get me wrong. He had a couple seasons, Let's see. He had the one in Chicago with D Wade.
Oh, it's a joke. Dallas.
Quite a few of those seasons. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, man. Like, this is a guy who, like, his impact isn't in the numbers. His impact is in, like, the intangibles. You know what I mean?
I will say my favorite.
Getting guys in the right spot.
To this day, my favorite Rondo moment was last year, where he goes up to LeBron. He's like, dude, stop. LeBron's like, what? He's like, dude, all that body language stuff.
Oh, yes.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done with
guys feel that.
He's like, dude, Kuz, all these guys, 21-year-old kid right here, 22, 23-year-old kid, looks up to you since the day what came out of the womb, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he straight up, like,
if
wants
you act
to be
like that,
you.
He acts like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
So it's like
feeds down.
Yeah, so that is
somebody to call you out on something.
So Rondo, that's his whole thing, his whole career has been like, dude, I don't care what you
Who
say.
you are.
Yeah, I'm trying to win games, bro. Right. So I respect him.
I'm going to be dead honest with you.
Totally.
We could be friends later.
Totally.
I'm here to win basketball games and to be dead honest with you. And if that means like, hey man, this guy's mad at me or something, like, tough, man.
Yeah.
I got my whole life for you to be us to make up friends.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to win.
I totally agree with you. And my biggest thing with Rondo is I respect him so much for that. It's like, dude, win me a couple regular season games, dog.
Yeah,
please.
I guess that's fair. All right, yeah. So I mean, overall, yeah, I agree with you. That helps the Lakers a lot. They definitely got better, man. It bolsters their team for the playoff run. I don't think anyone's gonna try to say. Is anyone saying they didn't get better?
I still want to see the Lakers Clippers in a Western Conference Finals. I think that would still be awesome. It'll still be a great series. I still want to see that. But yeah, man. I mean, it's a great move for the Lakers. We'll see what happens. But moving on here a little bit, the next biggest buyout move, LaMarcus Aldridge. And it kind of took everyone kind of by shock because it kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we had been hearing a lot that Miami was the front runner.
Dude, I totally was convinced it was Miami. For some reason, I was just totally convinced Oladipo and Aldridge felt like the perfect two pieces to go bolster Miami. It felt like the best two pieces they could have grabbed in that time to be like, we are not done being the team that just made it to the finals. Like, we're still that team. Let's go. Right. I thought it was perfect. He literally was like, I just want to have a better chance at winning, and their losing streak, it hasn't helped and stuff like that. It's like, it's tough. That's so tough. I was convinced he was going to Miami.
My number one option was Miami, and then my backup, I thought he was going back to Portland.
Portland is cool.
Yeah, I thought he would go back to Portland, but he didn't. He ended up not doing either of those. He ends up going and joining Kyrie and Katie in Brooklyn. But this, I think, felt like the dagger.
I don't know, man. The more I've been thinking about, I did too for a while, but the more I've been thinking about it, I've been like second guessing that.
Yeah, I can understand. You go give your point. I'll give you mine.
Okay, so like the first thing I saw was like somebody bitching on Twitter, and it said there's 41 All-Star appearances on that Brooklyn team.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I'm like, yeah, but like half of those are like guys who are no longer All-Stars. They have former appearances.
Yeah.
Blake, DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
DJ. Yeah.
Like,
he slept now. You forget about him.
But I'm saying like this is a different. Like you're acting like they got 6 current All-Star teams.
Yeah. No.
6 current All-Stars.
Yeah. 8 guys, like 6 8-time All-Stars.
Yeah. No. It's like the real worry, in my opinion, is Joe Harris and Harden and KD.
Yeah.
You got like a spazzy little point guard who I'm not really concerned about. Hey, man, if it's a 2-minute if it's a game with 2 minutes left, yes, I'm concerned about Kyrie for sure. He's a dog. He's an absolute dog.
Yeah.
He's big time. He's the real
massive shot.
He waits for that moment. Yeah,
for sure.
But like, I don't even trust that they get to that moment until they show me. It does nothing for me. I'm still just more concerned. I'm more concerned with the names, man. I'm not so concerned with the names. Everyone seems to be so concerned with, they got Blake Griffin. They got LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, those are massive names.
Yeah, but do you watch the NBA in 2021?
Yeah.
Like, all right. Like, did you see Blake? He was like, whoa, now you care about me? The last 2 years, I've just been hearing about how bad I suck. Yeah. Now, all of a sudden, I'm like this awesome player.
Yeah. Joining
I'm
Brooklyn.
That's kind of funny because, like, everyone has kind of been saying that.
Yeah.
Like, it's fair. Like, Aldridge is not a scrub. He's not a bum. He's not a minimum guy. I'll give him a contract, couple mil or whatever, 5 mil. He's not a scrub. He's not out of the league yet. But he is immobile. He is a pure 5 at this point. He's a stretch 5. He's 14 a game, man. He's 4 rebounds. Like, he's not LaMarcus Aldridge from Portland dude, 40 and 15 and leading you to the playoffs. It's not. It's a different guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like an immobile stretch.
Even
big.
Blake is nowhere near what Blake
Another
used to be. Blake's
stretch.
a new, different player.
He's like a stretch 4. He shoots so many like perimeter shots.
Yeah, dude.
He's been cutting more, and that's good. That's what they need to use. That's how they need to use Blake.
As a slasher.
Totally.
Yeah. He's going to catch so many lobs from Harden.
Because Harden, Kyrie, and KD will open up so much space, obviously because they create so much.
So in that aspect, Blake Griffin is a problem.
Totally, because he's going to be the dunker spot.
Totally. And Detroit had been using him as a stretch 4.
The number one option type guy.
That's not how he plays.
He's out there trying to get 30.
Yeah, he's step back.
Or let me put you in the dunker spot and watch how awesome I make you look. And every once in a while, you can pick and pop and rip threes. I'll let Blake rip threes on the Nets all day long. It's fine. Cool. Yeah. Go ahead.
I also think
he 10 a game, but like you want to pick and pop from the corner, that's fine.
I also think that Blake could be 14 a game shooting 60% from the field. I also think that could happen.
That's probably true. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, because he never has the ball. He never has the ball.
Totally. So, I don't know, man. My total opinion on this about Aldridge going there is, see, I was with you. I was eventually like, oh, it's over. And as soon as I got the Woj notification, I was like, oh, it's over.
That was my first reaction, too.
Now that I'm more into it, I'm kind of starting to get on your boat with this, where it's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, they're a little bit older, and I don't know,
it's a bunch
but
of guys I don't trust.
Totally, but I think Harden and Kyrie, I still think Brooklyn wins the title. I think
it's close. I think it's closer than people think, and then I even think.
Drummond, I think, brought it close because Aldridge was first. Aldridge was the first one to sign. He signed with Brooklyn first, and then Drummond came after. Drummond signed yesterday. So Drummond brings the gap a little closer.
Right.
But Brooklyn still doesn't have a big. They don't still have a reliable big. I mean, is Blake really going to guard and bang down there with Drummond and AD all game?
No.
Neither is.
They don't have a real big.
Yeah, totally.
Aldridge is a 4 his whole life.
Same
he's
with
a
Blake.
5 now because he's slower, but like he's a 4.
Blake's been a 4 his whole life too. Yeah, totally.
Power forward.
So I mean, yeah, you could take turns on AD, but good luck with Drummond down there.
Yeah,
Drummond's going to body all those guys.
Both those guys should be guarding AD.
Totally. That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
so I don't know, man. It all depends on. And that's what it probably comes down to, and it sucks that it does. It's going to fall on LeBron. What can LeBron do?
Because 25, 10, and 10 loss.
Yeah.
44, 12, and 15 win.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. And it's like, dude.
Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward across the rest of the board. Like it's not as ridiculous as people think it is. Like if you look at matchup wise, it's kind of evened out. Like,
have you seen those? The little 5 versus the 5.
It's not as bad as you think it would be. Like it's gonna fall on LeBron to be the X factor.
Yeah.
As it always has. Even as he gets older and more gray hair.
Sucks,
it's just you gotta just keep doing it, big dog.
Oh my God.
Come on, big
it's so exhausting,
Come
bro.
on.
Yeah, we got a finals game tomorrow, bro. I need you to wake up. Give me 44, 14, and 8.
He's like, my kid, I'm going to be a grandfather, I just learned the other day. And now I got a finals game, and I need a 50-point triple-double out of you, or else we're losing. He's like grandpa.
Dude.
Grandpa age.
I think that's pretty much what it's going to come down to, man, is it's probably just going to end up being LeBron. If LeBron can win them 2 or 3 playoff games, then, if you can get me a game with KCP or Kuz, if one of those guys can step up in a big spot, which, speaking of Kuz, he's played a little bit better. Doesn't mean anything because he doesn't do anything with LeBron and AD are there. But, I mean, hey, that's cool.
Hey, he hits big shots sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
I feel like that's part of the reason they paid him and extended him is because they were like, I know I don't get to see all of what you can do right now. We're literally just doing this because I know you have it in you because I see you hit big shots.
Totally.
End of quarters, end of halves, end of games for games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, just wait.
I hope he can just. My end goal, my end wish for Kuz, just win me a playoff game, dog.
He did. He hit a game.
No, I mean this year.
Yeah. Okay.
If he could come out and give me 24 and 8.
He will. That'll be the Kuz game.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, sometime throughout this playoff run, there will be the Kuz game.
Yeah,
I will admit, like the flu game and
totally. And I think with Brooklyn, man, I think Joe Harris is going to be the X factor for them because I don't want to say it's Harden because it's too.
Dude, the problem
easy.
is you can shut down all those guys and then Joe Harris can go for 36, and you're like, what?
Yeah. Because people don't know how good this
guy is. No, they're going to learn, though.
Dude.
They think he's a three-point shooter.
Yeah, NBA fans have no idea how good Joe Harris is.
He goes to the rack. He's got everything with the left hand, right hand.
Yeah. He's going to win them multiple playoff games.
He's got awesome. He passes the ball brilliantly. Dude, Joe Harris is so legit. Yeah. There's a reason they gave him all that money.
People don't know,
they give him
bro. People don't know.
Dude.
Just wait.
They backed up the Brinks truck for Joe Harris.
Just wait till the playoffs. He's going to win them a couple playoff games.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably a couple.
Because everyone's going to be keying on the big three. If they're even there. If all three are even there.
KCP could lock up Joe Harris. Let me get KCP on Joe Harris for a 7-game series.
Yeah, but Joe Harris is like Clay in that he doesn't need to dribble or anything. Like you mess up for a split second, there's 3 points.
Yeah, but there's I could probably sleep at night knowing KCP's got 3 games on Joe Harris.
Yeah, probably same. Yeah, me too. KCP's a good perimeter defender.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's not gonna outscore him, but
no.
Yeah. But
okay, moving on. Does JaVale and Aaron Gordon and the Nuggets do anything for you?
Man.
JaVale didn't play. Aaron Gordon did.
Yeah. Aaron Gordon, number 50. Because of his dunk score.
I saw that.
Hilarious.
Tribute to his dunk contest score.
Yeah, so funny.
That is funny.
Yeah,
well done.
Yeah, hilarious. But I actually think Aaron Gordon's a massive problem for the league.
Aaron Gordon on Denver.
Yeah.
I made this argument last week.
Would I be shocked if Denver goes in and beats the Clippers again in 7?
No. I said this last week. I made the same argument
totally.
last week.
But so I'm looking at this now, and I know we talked about this last week. But, dude, I was watching the game last night and watching how they were going to do everything. Gordon's awesome.
Dude, did you see
He's so good,
They were playing Bol Bol,
too.
Dude, Bol was ripping threes. He didn't miss it. Dude, Bol Bol. I go, Mike Malone.
They're riding with him.
I go, Mike Malone listens to the step back. As soon as I was bitch moaning and complaining about them not knowing how to use Bol Bol.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, he does everything. He dribbles.
Right.
He hits pull-up three. Dude, he can hit pull-up 3-point jumpers off the dribble with a dude in his face.
Yeah.
He does so much stuff, but they don't know how to use him, so they don't play him.
Yeah.
Next game, they play him like 7 minutes. He's 3 for 3. He's banging down step-back threes with dudes draped all over him. It's like, exactly.
Totally.
You have to, play these guys.
Dude, I never understood that. That's never made sense to me. But
you have to at least try.
Yeah, for sure. And I think now that they got Gordon and everything, I think they're probably just ride with Bol Bol. Bol Bol's probably on the ship, you know?
I agree. I agree.
Totally.
He's like a 3 through a 5. He's 7'4". He could dribble and play deep.
Yeah, we're going I think they'll probably go to war with Bol Bol. I don't know why they don't play him though. It doesn't make any sense.
He's such a cool piece that they don't. I think that they just don't know how to use him. And the more mature he gets with the decision making and stuff like that, they'll use him more.
Yeah, dude.
They'll use him more. He won't be a bench player his whole career. Like at some point, Bol Bol is gonna break out and be awesome. We all see the talent, just like the pure talent.
I wonder what it is though. I wonder if it's like. Do you think it's like a size thing?
Yeah, he's like big and goofy and slow.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I can't play you 20 minutes a game. You're gonna snap your leg in half.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
probably.
So I don't know, man. But
situationally, man, come on. There's no reason he can't go out there and play with Kristaps, play against Kristaps.
Why is Denver like a 6 seed?
Because Jamal Murray took a big step back.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jokic is having his best season of all time.
Yeah. Dude, I think...
They also got worse. Jeremy Grant's awesome.
I think Jokic's numbers are probably going to go up with Jeremy Grant. Or with Aaron Gordon, I'm sorry. They're probably going to go way, way up. Because I think, there's going to be situations where people are going to be over-helping on Murray and Barton. Will Barton, another nice piece.
Especially offensively.
Yeah, all those guys, bro. So it's like, dude, at the end of the day, when you have Aaron Gordon, who's this guy's got bunnies for days.
Yeah.
You know, not only that, he's a great mid-range shooter. He's a pretty good defender.
He shoots 40% from deep.
Yeah, so that's just another weapon. And it sucks that Gordon is just one of those guys that kind of gets lost in the sauce in Orlando, where it's kind of like, oh, they kind of suck. I don't really deal with the big market guys, you know. Yeah. But Gordon's a sick player. He's going to help them out a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
They could definitely go to the Western Conference Finals.
Totally agree. Absolutely agree. They're one of the few not pretenders, real contenders in the West. In the league, really, to be honest.
Yeah, man. I don't know. They probably just don't beat the Lakers, though, you know?
Probably just not good enough. Yeah, maybe. Dude, so many of these weird things have happened throughout the years where it's like injury-based or anything can happen. If something weird happens, I wouldn't be surprised to see Denver advance. Like, if something weird happens. Clippers losing the first round.
Yeah.
AD gets hurt. Something weird happens.
Denver's going.
Denver. Yeah. Because they're like that weird, sneaky, dark horse team. Yeah, I hate to be disrespectful to Phoenix, but probably. They have to prove it. Because even Chris Paul is the whole reason of their success. He's never proved it.
So we're
moments.
giving all of these discussions about all these teams, yet we haven't talked about the number 1 seed.
It's fair. It's the same thing. They got to prove it, man. They got to prove it in a big moment.
They didn't make a move.
Yeah, but I could understand why. The whole thing is based on team chemistry,
right? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, dude, Denver's awesome. Jokic is awesome. It really comes down to like big moments. Like, do you trust them in a Game 7 on the road? Do you trust Jokic to put up a 40-point performance?
I have to be able, before I answer that question, I have to be able to rely on Jamal Murray. And I haven't been able to do that all year. Yeah. So until Jamal Murray becomes a 22.
He's like 27 a game in the bubble.
Yeah, bro, I don't even need 27. Give me 22.
I know.
Give me 20.
He was 27 in the bubble. Yeah.
So I don't know, man. If he gets me 20, I feel a lot better.
Yeah, same. But I like Denver, man. They're legit.
Yeah,
they're
same.
legit. Keep your eye on them. Another interesting, new addition to a team the other night, Norman Powell with Portland, which is an awesome. Just stylistically, a guy they needed.
Toronto played that Norman Powell card right so perfectly. I mean, they built his value all the way up and dealt him at
career
the perfect
year.
time.
Yeah,
perfect
it's like
time.
a stock, dude.
Yeah, totally. It was
buy
brilliant.
low, sell high.
Yeah, Masai just
it's
another.
It's the exact argument I was
pick.
trying to make for Jeremy Grant the other day before the Detroit people got all mad at me. Yeah. They didn't understand what I'm saying. They're like, Jeremy Grant's awesome. I'm like, yeah. Exactly.
I know.
Yeah, you can get a bunch of picks for him right now.
Yeah.
Unless you think he's the end of your rebuild. And that's why I made the Michael Jordan joke. Like,
right.
He's your dude. He's your dog.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you sell high. That's the argument I was making.
That was
exactly like Toronto did with Norman Powell. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, dude. And Masai Ujiri just makes another awesome trade.
Nobody will ever question his trade. Even if we don't understand him, we're like, okay. Well, I'll just wait this
probably
out.
just ride with it. Yeah. He goes out and get Rodney Hood and Gary Trent. Rodney Hood, great game.
Gary Trent's awesome.
Yeah.
I like Gary
He didn't
Trent.
really play well.
Whatever. I've been watching him play awesome
for sure. Yeah, he hits big shots in the bubble and stuff. Yeah,
dude,
he's
he played
awesome.
in the bubble.
For sure.
46% from deep in the bubble.
Yeah, dude.
I think it went down to 44 by the end, but
he's gonna
early on he was raining.
How soon until you blow that up?
Which one?
In Toronto.
Probably this year.
Really?
This offseason.
So you just ship Siakam.
Well, I think you can sign and trade Kyle.
Yeah.
I think that's where it starts, yeah.
Yeah.
You sign and trade Kyle.
There's the whole thing with Nurse and Siakam got kind of bloody after one of those games, and it's like, dude,
a year and a half ago we were talking about Nick Nurse's.
Siakam's going to be the guy to go, though. It's not going to be Nurse.
Oh, yeah. But I like Siakam, too. If you blew everything up around Siakam and try to rebuild around him, I'm also not mad at that direction either. I think we overrated him, but I think that he's still awesome. I think he's an awesome piece. He can be your second or third. He could be one of your maxes.
For sure.
Be one of your maxes.
For sure. He definitely can be your number one guy.
A couple years ago, we were talking about Nick Nurse is one of the coolest coaches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He comes over here. He's fully branded, marketing his own hats and stuff. He's running as crisp out of bounds after timeout, plays as Brad Stevens, as Quinn Snyder.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this guy is as slick and nice with it, as cool of a coach as I've ever seen. Yeah. He's as good of a coach as any of the other guys in the league with the X's and O's. He's got everything going for him. I don't understand why people wouldn't want to play with him other than the fact it's Canada. But, like, dude, they had a cool thing going. Kind of like we said, like, after D'Lo takes Brooklyn to the Nets, that's when guys realize, like, oh, the Nets are cool. They got a cool thing. Like, the Nets are cool. He could go there.
Right.
I'm surprised that I realize it's in Canada and it's cold and it's a different country and different taxes, and I got it. But, man, like, I'm surprised there isn't, like, somebody that wants to play there.
Dude, I don't know.
Besides Kyle.
Did you see the Tyler Hero thing?
What?
On Twitter where someone was like, dude, Tyler, you're being in all these trade conversations. If it wasn't Miami, where would you want to go?
He said Toronto?
He said Toronto.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, they have the coldest GM. They have one of the coldest
coaches. They have the brand. They have Drake and stuff.
Yes,
the
OVO.
Really cool. Yeah,
the
totally.
Raptors, the whole thing is cool.
Vince is the one who put him on the map doing all of that.
Totally.
The Raptors thing. But, dude.
And I like those jerseys, by the way. I should bring those back more.
Ugh,
the Vince jerseys?
Yeah.
The big dinosaur on it?
Yeah. Dude, I just think, man, this Portland thing. So, going back to this, because obviously CJ is back. CJ, this was going to be his first All-Star appearance. He was in close to 30 a game, 28, 29 a game before he got hurt. He fractured his foot. He was out for like 2 months. He's finally back. He's back to normal. He comes in 29,
dude,
27.
Awesome. Yeah,
unbelievable.
So
yeah, dude. And he's a perfect complement to Dame. And they're going to be really good, but they can never stay healthy. And that's the biggest issue is CJ's always hurt. Nurkic is always hurt. Gary Trent is hurt. Or, all these guys are always hurt. So it's like, dude, we can never see what this team is fully capable of. And they're finally healthy. They went to the Western Conference Finals and lost to Golden State in 4. So it's like, how seriously can we take Dame?
Yeah.
Because I probably like them healthy more than Denver. Is that crazy?
I don't know. I guess I just don't know. Do you have Dame over Jokic in terms of just individual
big
performance?
shots? Yeah,
game?
in the game 7, I want Dame over Jokic.
That's fair. It's fair. He showed
and
up
then
more
CJ
big games.
Or
it's massive shots.
CJ or Murray, and you go CJ.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but if he's there, he's got a broken back last year. He's out there trying to carry the team with a broken back.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's like my guy Dame is like, dude, come on.
Stop.
Come on.
I need you next year, bro.
What are we doing?
Yeah, dude, and he's helped them win playoff series. CJ has.
Yeah, of course.
And
CJ's cold, man.
Oh, dude, he's so good.
Cold as
we talk about CJ all the time, and his little combos he does, he's unbelievable. Dude, I want to see Portland do well.
Cross, tween, in and out,
floater,
cross, out the Euro, into the floater.
Yeah, you're like, oh my God. Yeah.
God.
Nasty. Yeah, nasty. Dude, I want to see Dame do well because I want him to be rewarded for the loyalty.
Yeah.
Because that's what it should be about. It's kind of a lost thing, which is what we want as fans. We want these super teams. We want to see all these teams together.
As much as people bitch about it.
But in your back pocket, you're kind of like, dude, stay.
Dame?
Yeah, but like not just Dame, but I mean like
all these guys.
Yeah. So in the back of your mind, you're kind of like, stay. But Dame should be rewarded for that.
Totally agree. I was just talking to it with my buddy Ian. We were just talking about it. And I was like, because he's like a casual NBA guy. He doesn't follow it like we do.
Yeah.
And he's like, what's with Dame? He's not interested in anybody. I'm like, no, he truly would rather just just never win and just be like, whatever, at least I didn't do it your way. And Ian, as an outsider who doesn't follow it that closely, he's like, he's my favorite player. 100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get that, dude.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I get that. There's something cool. I have goosebumps talking about it.
Yeah, dude.
Like, dude, there's something cool about that, man. Where he's like, no, I'd rather just not win.
He has massive shots. He sends teams home all the time.
Whatever.
He shoots like 49%.
Nobody's questioning him or his toughness, manhood, ability to shoot the ball, ability to carry a team. That dude's a dog.
I'm saying it
now.
That
dude is a dog.
Dame for MVP, dog.
I have money on him.
Damn it right now, man. Dame for MVP. Me, Pat Sabolka, am rooting for Damian Lillard to win MVP.
I have him at plus 1,400. I have him.
Run all of that.
You never know, man. He hits a couple game winners late. All of a sudden, the writers start talking about it.
Dude, sick, bro. Yeah, I'm rooting for Dame. I'm rooting for Dame, dude. Norman Powell, great ad for them. He's 20 a game, another great shooter. He's gonna help them a lot. Yeah, he's gonna help them a lot, dude. I hope they stay healthy. I'm rooting for Dame. Pro Dame here.
Yeah, same. All right, cool. Move on. A couple other just little side ones I just want to touch on just because they're playoff teams. The Spurs, they picked up Gorgui Dieng. That's cool for them. He plays
center
well.
depth. They need depth.
Yeah, exactly. He plays well. He's a big. He can go out there. He shoots it.
He's probably awesome in that pop system.
That's true. He's kind of a pop guy. He's
awesome.
A pop guy. Okay, Jeff Teague signs with Milwaukee today, right before we hit record. They have one roster spot left actually after that.
Milwaukee does?
Yes. Who all the NBA writers are
reunited
saying,
with Budenholzer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who all the NBA writers are saying is going to go to Austin Rivers once he clears waivers.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was just let go by OKC. So, that's cool, though, because Jeff Teague and Austin Rivers, obviously, we're talking about scrubs at this point, but you're talking about, like, a contender who needs somebody to dribble the freaking ball.
There's someone that can lead my bench squad out
exactly.
there. Yeah, Teague was really, really
Austin Rivers is better than Jeff Teague at this
by a
point.
lot. By a lot.
Both those guys are kind of hanging on.
Jeff Teague he was really, really bad in Boston.
Both these guys are right about at the end, man.
Yeah.
I just want to throw it out there because it's important because they're contenders.
Yeah, totally.
Actually, a big story, a real story I wanted to get into here with you is how you thought the Bulls looked in their debut with Vooch. Just to throw it out there. So the Bulls make a huge blockbuster deal at the deadline. On the day of the deadline that morning, go get all-star center Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah.
He comes out with the Bulls in his debut game. He puts up 21, 9, and 3 on 9 of 16 and 2 of 4 from deep. Levine goes for 18 on 6 of 15 and 1 of 5 from deep. I just want to know your thoughts overall. What would you think?
They just don't know how to do it yet. It's game one.
Yeah.
They just don't know. I mean, if you guys sat down and watched the game, you would be like, oh, they just don't know how to do it yet. The first play of the game, right after the dump ball, they're like, Vooch, block. I got you. Yeah.
Bucket.
But they're not really running.
Get away from that over the course of the game.
Totally. You can't just – we are still in 2021 where we can't just feed the block all game.
Yeah.
So I get it.
But he doesn't get fed all game. That's not how he plays.
It, for sure.
They just got to learn it. They got to learn how to play with it.
They got smashed by San Antonio.
They didn't.
They didn't? I thought they were down by like 30.
They were down 35. And with 4 minutes left to go, it's an 8-point game.
I turned it off.
I sat there and watched the whole thing. So, yeah, dude, they were getting absolutely crushed. Vooch has 4 at the half. They're just getting destroyed. Yeah, they were down 35 at one point, 36. And late in the third and early on in the fourth, they start getting timely stops. Thad Young is just a wicked passer.
Yeah,
have to re-sign Thad Young. Yeah. Have to re-sign Thad Young.
He's a must have.
Dude, awesome. Just run. He's a quarterback. Yeah. He makes passes where you're like,
well, he's ambidextrous. He passes lefty and
he goes
right.
cross, full,
totally.
Whips it from one corner to the other across the baseline.
He finishes with either hand. He's awesome, yeah.
But so what happens is, they start playing well. They get timely stops. Kobe White starts banging shots. And then what happens is, I literally started thinking about it. I'm like, the problem is, because I've seen so many young guys do this. Young guy, rookie or second-year guy or whatever, trying to make a name for himself. You guys are getting blown out. He hits some big shots, gets you guys back in the game. Yeah. But now he thinks he's Michael Jordan. Right? Now it's a real game. It's an 8-point game in the fourth quarter, and Vooch is open, calling for the ball.
Give me the ball. Yeah.
And Kobe White's trying to dangle people, and he's going in through traffic and euroing through traffic and trying to hit high off the glass, kiss and spin it high off the glass with the left hand. And there's guys wide open all over the court. So they ended up just blowing that game.
Yeah.
But it's it showed a little sign of life. You want to see a run. It gave you a run. You know what I mean? It showed you oh, okay.
I could take a punch. I'll be back in this game.
Exactly, man. The NBA's a game of runs. Like you said, it's one game. They got their asses whooped for the first 25 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
They came in, they made it competitive. And then, there wasn't enough time left.
I still believe they're a top 5 duo in the East.
Same, man. They don't know how to do it. Like you said, it's you're going from playing one style. It's so Zach-centered and so Zach-centric to being okay, we still want you at 28 a game, Zach, but you also have another all-star now who's 24 and 12 or whatever he is. You know what I mean?
It's going to take a minute for them to be oh, wait, we have another guy who get us 30.
And for them to figure out how to do it together in wins.
Yeah.
You'll see both of them get 30 and then they'll lose by 25.
Yeah.
Multiple times. We'll see that coming up before the playoffs. We will see that. You'll see them win, but Levine had 12 and Vooch had 14. You'll see that as well, too. It's going to take a while for them to figure out how to play where Vooch and Levine both get their 25 plus and they can win. You know what I mean? It takes a minute.
We got 3 years of this. Yep. So they're going to figure it out and we're going to be good. But I'm still riding with Levine and Vooch. They're probably still a playoff team. They probably still win a playoff series. Let's get it.
I agree, dude. I'm still in. I don't care.
Awesome. They play Golden State tonight.
Yeah, I know. They can get beat by. Then they have Tice with them tonight. Tice joins the team tonight.
They win tonight.
They needed that. They needed the toughness.
They played Felicio. It's
shot blocking. God. They said Daniel Tice this year alone had more block shots than the entire Bulls roster that pre-deadline moves. The entire Bulls roster had 31. He's got 42 or something like that. Or it was some ridiculous. That's not right, but it was something like that. I'm close.
Carter and Markkanen just played no defense.
I was laughing at the.
What is he doing? He hasn't played yet, huh? So I don't know. It's gonna be super weird. I'm interested to see what the Bulls are gonna do though.
Yeah, dude. Same. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So the thing that bothers me though about the Bulls here is I kind of want to see them make. Do you like Kobe White? How do you feel about him? Yeah, dude, I'm out. I've been out.
I'm not out on Laurie. I could be convinced to stay in on Laurie as my third guy maybe, but probably not. I'm probably out on Laurie too, but I'm just saying I could be convinced on Laurie. I can't be convinced on Kobe White. I'm out. And it's not that I don't think he's cool. It's just that he's a different play style than what is going to work with what Chicago's building. He is going to go Kobe White wants to go shoot 20 shots a game. Yeah. You can do that and then go try to become what Booker was able to become in Phoenix and then come talk to me 8 years from that when you want to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I could probably be convinced on Kobe, but not in a starter's role. You have to be off the bench.
Okay, and then he's like Lou.
Yeah,
I don't have to pass the ball ever. If I can come get you 17 off the bench, that's
but you have to be off the bench.
Okay. That's a different
role. There's no
way
he's a starter. There's no way.
Because, dude, he just takes so many bad shots.
Oh, it's
First of all, he takes
bro.
so many shots. He takes so many bad shots. Like I was saying, Vucevic is standing there like, all-star, hey. Just traded half you guys' picks for me.
Yeah.
Hi. And he's trying to put up shots with two guys. He's like trying to literally shake two guys. What are you, Steph?
Yeah.
Behind the three-point line, trying to dribble and shake two guys? Like, what are you doing, man? Like, there's a lot of that happening. You know what I mean?
And he's not a good passer. He doesn't read.
No. He's like a 2.
Yeah, read decisions.
He's like Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, dude.
But Jordan Clarkson's way light years better. But he's like that. But he's like that style player.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think we gotta eventually make a move for him. But I mean, hey, package him and Larry.
That's right. Exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
What's up?
Exactly right. Yep.
So,
because that's another awesome. You can get a third max guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Doing Thad Young off the bench. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you sign some vets, and then all of a sudden
we got a squad.
Real contenders.
Yeah, we got a squad here.
If you were really to pair Kobe and Lauri Markkanen, and maybe you have to get some money to make it work, Saturansky or however you got to do it. Maybe you sign and trade somebody, make it work. You bring in another $30 million, a real max guy,
right?
And then you sign some veterans. Like, you're a real contender.
Yeah, you're trying to win a title.
Patrick Williams gets a year better.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Because Patrick Williams is the one I like the most. He's the one you have to keep.
Yeah.
He's my favorite young guy on the team.
Yeah, he's awesome. He guards all 5 positions.
I like Gafford too, but they got rid of him. But Troy Brown's kind of cool. We'll see how he develops, if they like him and stick with him, or if they try to flip him too. I don't know.
The Troy Brown experiment is going to be weird because it's like it's all going to fall on if he could shoot and play deep.
Yeah, like I said, man, I like Gafford. Gafford's he played awesome the other day.
He's a good shot blocker.
Yeah, he blocks so many shots. And he's really young, man. He's only going to get better. He's legit.
Tough.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough.
It is what it is. Okay, moving on. We were talking about Kobe White jacking bad shots, making kind of blowing your team a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter. There's another guy that it absolutely kills me like an arrow, like a dagger through my heart to say this about. There's another guy who's costing somebody games in the fourth quarter because he's just got the ball too damn much and shooting too damn much, and that's Brandon Ingram. And I think, that's my guy,
started
man.
This conversation.
That's my dude, man, and you know it.
Yeah.
It's always been my dude.
Yeah.
I'm a Duke fan. See, it's the funny thing you guys might not know about me and Pat.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, like, we pretty much agree on basketball. Like, we tell you guys, like, this is not a TV show. Like,
this is our genuine opinion. Max
Kellerman and Stephen A. Me and Pat both went to school for TV, so we know how it works. We know how they do that. And, like, they literally agree on to take the opposite position in the production meeting before the show. Those aren't their opinions. They agree, okay, is this the one you really want to go with? Okay, then I'll take the opposite side. If maybe you have an opinion that you really want to hit hard on, he'll take the opposite side. They do that. That's what Skip and Shannon do. This is, like, our real opinions. Like, this is our actual opinions. And, like, dude, honestly, like, I love BI. I've always been pro BI. Another thing you might not know is I'm a Duke fan. Pat's a UNC fan. So, like, even though we sit here and these are our real opinions, a lot of the time, like, we just see basketball the same way, so we come to an agreement. One of the interesting things is we never have really about BI and Zion. We sort of have, but sort of not. But at this point, I'm, like, I love Brandon Ingram, man. I think he's, like, one of the most underrated players in the league. I wish, I would have given up a limb for the Lakers to have been able to keep him.
Yeah.
The only problem is just like LeBron. That's the only problem is, like, he needs the ball. He's like a point forward almost. He has the ball a lot. He shoots a lot. Here's the problem, man. Dude. In the fourth quarter, the Pelicans' offense becomes so BI-centric, and they'll go – the other night they went the last 2 minutes of the game without Zion touching the ball. And he's 13 And he's 13 of 16 from the floor.
Oh, no.
So it's – you know what I'm saying? It's like we can't be having this. We can't. And they end up on the last possession. Lonzo doesn't get a look. He dishes. They swing at Josh Hart. They swing it again. Back to BI. The whole time Zion's just chilling. You can use him at any point. Back to BI.
He's going to get a bucket at any point.
You know what ends up happening? Shot clock violation. The worst possible thing that could happen.
You don't even get a shot up
on an offensive possession. Right. And it's like they just become too BI-centric, man. All right, so Zion's last 2 games, 39 points on 16 of 19. It's a career high. And 38 points on 13 of 20. Like, this man is so efficient. So, real quick, because I want to get your opinion here. Yeah. I just want to run this past you. So, in clutch time this season, Brandon Ingram has a 30.1% usage rate. Zion is 24.
Oof.
So, in my opinion, obviously I know yours too, but those absolutely have to flip. So, since February 1st, Zion's actually at 29.2 and BI is 26.1. So, they are flipping. So, since March 1st, Zion's at 33.3 and BI is 25. So, it is flipping, but, I mean, the other night it was really indicative of, like, it's just becomes too BI heavy late in games, and it's costing them big time. Go.
Dude, do you remember having this conversation?
You've been trying to tell me.
Yes,
You've been trying to tell me.
So I watched the first game where they try the whole Zion thing at point guard, and he scores 18 points in a row. You're like, oh, nobody can guard this guy. This guy can score at any point on any time of the game. And I'm with you, bro. Trust me, I'm with you. B.I. is sick. And even as a
awesome.
6'9", 6'10 guy that can stretch the floor,
he can do so many
ISO,
things.
hit tough
He's
buckets.
like a little bit of Melo and a little bit of LeBron.
Awesome,
like,
bro.
He's so cool,
Yeah,
man.
he's good. He's really good.
Love B.I.
So, New Orleans is just not the spot for him.
It might be, man. That's what it might be.
Yeah.
But also, they're
Send
not
B.I. to Houston.
Well, hold on. Because they're not going to pay. Lonzo is restricted.
Right.
But they're not going to pay him. He said he wants $20 million. They're not prepared to pay him that. I don't believe. Not in my opinion.
No.
So you're going to lose Lonzo and B.I.?
Yeah.
So you're just going to rebuild your whole team around Zion now? This early?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That would be wild.
Yeah.
But I'm not against it. Who would you like them to see try to give alongside him? What can you do? What do you got? You're David Griffin right now. Who do you call? I got B.I. Give me a package. So I want you to think. So they have picks for days because of the Anthony Davis thing.
Yeah, dog.
Okay, and you got a couple pieces, a couple core guys. So I want you to think right now in your head, who you calling on the phone? You're David Griffin right now in your office. Who are some guys you call and who are some packages? Give me some names. Give me some idea. Just rough idea, obviously. Just
Bradley
a rough
Beal.
idea. So you're calling about Bradley Beal for
And
B.I. Cat.
and Bradley Beal and Zion. Does that win you a title?
Probably not, but maybe.
Oh, man.
Probably not.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of guys that are on teams that suck that can help
That
them.
you might be able to actually poach.
So let me get Bradley Beal because we have enough picks to do it. I'll trade you Brandon Ingram for Bradley Beal and 3 firsts straight up, and you say yes if you're Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
totally.
to.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
So Beal is now you have Beal and Zion, right?
That's pretty cool right there. Right
totally.
there we have a start.
Totally.
And you still have 7 firsts and
Yeah,
a
we
bunch of
still
cool,
have Lonzo.
And you still have a bunch of cool pieces to you could sign Lonzo. You could sign and trade Lonzo.
Yeah.
You could sign and trade Lonzo for somebody really cool.
I love Brandon Ingram, man, but it's just not a good fit. And that's kind of how his whole career has been. He's
I
kinda
thought
just
it was
been
going to be
stuck
cool
in-
because I thought Zion was power, Ingram was finesse. What a cool, at least in your head, what a cool 2 wings to have. They both are polar opposite, and they both are good at what the other one's not good at. Like, dude, that is so cool.
But Zion is a total matchup nightmare
it's
for
not
everybody.
the first time I've thought that and then been proven that it didn't work. You want to know the time before that? I thought the same thing. What a cool style of teammates. DeMarcus Cousins and AD. I thought, one finesse guy who likes to be on the outside and one big dude who's going to be on the inside. And then it turns out they're better, completely opposite.
Totally.
Boogie likes to dribble on the outside. AD's getting 1,000 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not the first time where I've been like, this works so cool. This is going to work so cool. It's set up perfectly. Their player archetypes are perfect for one another. And then I was just proven dead wrong. It's not the first time, man. It might not be the last, man. It's like, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe B.I. and Zion just can't ever win together.
That's what I think. That's what I think it is. I'm on that boat.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I know.
See, here's my other thing about Lonzo is like, dude, don't move Lonzo. For sure, don't move the one guy we do know works with Zion. Everything, it's like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't, right?
Yeah.
You're going to move a actual pure point guard, the quarterback thing that I always talk about, for someone to come in to see if he works better alongside Zion, and he might not.
Yeah.
You have Lonzo and Zion work great together. They have pretty much the whole time.
Right.
That's not the issue. I don't know if I would let Lonzo walk. I might just match him. Just pay it.
What if, bro, this is going to kill you, but it's like Brandon Ingram might just not be good enough to be a number 1 option.
Yet. He's
Totally.
also like, what, 22, 23?
Yeah, but it's like, dude, he needs the ball in his hands. So we both know that. We both know you
so
have
does
to run
Dame,
your
man.
offense.
You might say Dame's not good enough to be a number 1
but
option.
he's not-
These guys, Dame is an adult. He's 32.
Yeah, but
you know
he's
what I
not
mean?
going
Zion's
anywhere.
a kid.
Yeah, he's not going
I'm sorry,
anywhere.
B.I. rather.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere, though.
I'm
is
just
my
saying,
point.
I feel like that's a rough judgment. Like, B.I., you don't know that. Like,
Well, right now he's not.
Michael Jordan didn't win a ring until he was, 28,
totally,
27?
Totally.
Stop.
But he has to be on his own team. He has to be on his own team. He has to be the number one guy, and he has to have other guys around him. Yes, those are all facts, man. So it's like, if that's the case, then what are we doing with Zion? What are we doing?
I feel like BI's ceiling is higher than Beal's.
Probably. I'll give you that.
It's just that Beal's a better number 2. Is that the
because
idea?
Beal is going to fit on a championship team better than BI was. BI is just a weird puzzle piece
ball.
in all this,
yes,
man.
Yeah.
He doesn't fit on a lot of teams because it's like there's teams that are better. Or that have guys that are just straight up just better.
It's not true, man. We've only seen him alongside LeBron and Zion.
Totally.
Dude,
That's
there
what I
are
was saying.
plenty of other style players. Like, you don't know that he might not be awesome with Dame.
Yeah.
Or Steph. Or Giannis.
Totally.
There are all the other player types that bring out more in other player types. It's not just because LeBron is better, he makes this guy better more than that guy makes that guy better. It's also like stylistically.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's tough for LeBron to make BI better because they do the same thing. And fine, like, you want me to make you better, bro? Okay, go stand over here. I'll pass you and get you an open shot. And BI's like, but I'm not really like a catch and shoot guy. Like, I'll do that. I'll do that. But like, it's not making me better.
His best thing is creating his own shot where he can have the ball.
Yeah, so I think that like, maybe alongside Dame or something like that, where like, because awesome. Dame's thing isn't dribble the ball a million times and hit you with 2 seconds left in the shot clock and you catch and shoot. Dame's thing is more like your turn, my turn. So if that's the case, and we're just going to be dogs out here isolating cats till we're blue in the face, maybe BI and Dame is a cooler, or at least the Dame style player rather than BI and somebody like LeBron and Zion. I don't know. I'm just trying to say, you're giving up on him as a number one option too soon. That's my only point. That's all. I'm not saying the Portland... You people in the YouTube comments, this is what they do. You guys are idiots. You said Portland should try to go get BI. Yeah. That's what they'll do.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just saying we're giving up on BI too soon, man. It might be a different number one who makes BI even better than what we've seen so far. I don't know, man. I'm just saying you need to use Zion more late in games.
I'm with the BI and the Zion thing probably just isn't going to work. I just think
give it one more year. They're so young, man. It's fine.
Yeah, totally. Bro, BI has to have the ball though. He has to run the offense, and it's like, dude, Zion is literally running the offense,
and that's what Lonzo does.
Yeah. Dude, Chip Lonzo. Lonzo's got to go. But
I disagree. I like Lonzo and Zion.
So hear me out. So I think, dude, BI obviously needs to have the ball in his hands. He brings the ball up, right? He's constantly orchestrating the offense, creating his own shot for him that he's going to make a lot of times because he's a good player.
Fall
totally.
Back.
The mid-range. That's all of that is all cash.
Yes.
The only problem is, man, I have a 300-pound center that can dribble the ball and make every pass BI can and could score at 80% of the time.
Jump over a house and dunk it.
Bulldoze everybody. He's a matchup nightmare.
Yeah, and he shoots like 85% from the field.
Yeah, bro. So it's like, dude, BI's sick. But it's like, dude, nobody can stop this guy. So why are we giving the ball to this guy?
That's fair. That's a fair point where you mean like, so put the ball in Zion's hand all the time, and then his Robin to his Batman needs a guy who can literally catch and shoot. Just when Zion gives the ball up, he catches you somebody like Beal, rather than BI, can't really. I mean, he can catch and shoot, but that's not his thing. Whereas Beal is just a dog with the catch and shoot.
Right, dude.
I see what you mean, man.
What boat are you on, though? Are you on the boat where Zion build the wall? Like Giannis, he's built just like Giannis is.
Yeah.
It's the same game plan just like Giannis. Or are you on the BI boat?
What do you mean?
Where the BI, where drive and kick and facilitate, get everyone involved. He runs the. Do you know what I'm saying? Kind of like how LeBron plays.
Zion build the wall. Build the wall is the defensive scheme to
That's
stop
what I'm trying
Zion.
To say. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, how do you game? Would you rather be on the boat of our defensive game plan, the team that has this defensive game plan?
Defensively, I'd rather stop Zion. It's been shown that stopping that style is. That's what I think. I think BI is a higher ceiling because he can shoot. So when it comes down to Game 7 and I don't guard you, he can still hurt you, and Giannis can't. Yeah. Giannis is better than BI too, but he also
can't shoot.
The ceiling thing. Yeah, that's my issue. And we've had this conversation. Zion can shoot better than Giannis.
Yeah,
it's way more pure than Giannis. Therefore, 6 years from now, Zion's 42% from deep, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Whereas like Giannis will never have that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm with you. I'm with you in that BI needs to take a step back and Zion needs to take a step forward, especially late in games.
Yeah.
100%. BI can dribble the ball all he wants through the first 3 quarters. In the last quarter, give the freaking ogre the ball who nobody can stop him.
Definitely.
I loved when Rudy Gobert went straight up with 2 hands, straight vertical as you're taught to do, to not pick up the foul. And Zion went into him with the shoulder and then to create space and then laid up. Dude, by the time Gobert's feet landed, he was
against the pad.
Like 7 feet out of bounds because like, dude, you're going to go straight up. This guy's coming at you. He's moving at 18 to 20 miles an hour. He's 250 to 280 pounds.
Yeah.
All of that combined, you're going straight up. Like, dude, you're going backwards. You're going 10 feet backwards.
By a long way. Yeah.
And Gobert's a big boy on his own, but he went straight up. And Zion just put his shoulder into him. You know how you put your shoulder into the guy's chest to create space to get the layup?
And he just laid it in.
Dude, just laid it right in off the glass. But Gobert literally went 9-10 feet back. It's like, that is unstoppable. You realize he could do that almost every time.
Yeah. Dude,
like, the only thing is he's got to play this little team game where like, he doesn't get to do it all the time.
Yeah.
But like if we were just wanted to run a basketball experiment, all right, for 48 minutes straight, I want you to take that ball and try to stuff it through that orange
as many
thing.
times as you can.
I'm not sure. Dude, he might still be 80% from the floor at the end of the game. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Dude, that
might be 40 or 50 at the end of the end of the day.
I agree. And
he's unstoppable.
For sure. And that Pelicans team, though, man, I just feel like has a bunch of weird pieces that they're all kind of like that.
But see,
we all see the puzzle. We all see what it's supposed to look like.
Right.
But the pieces don't fit
the way you want it to.
Yeah. So
the problem is, even though Zion's unstoppable like that, like I was just explaining, 40 or 50. The problem is the playoffs. It's not how it's going to be because
totally.
I'm just going to stand at the hoop.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do that.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
But I just think we could get a better catch and shoot guy than BI.
That's fair. That's fair. And at the very least, he needs to take a step back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to deal BI. It might work. They might win 7 titles together. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
that
for sure, he can't be, dribbling so many times and then passing it the last second, then getting it back with a minute and 29 left on the clock when it's a winnable game, and then you end up getting a shot clock violation.
Yeah, or a bad 3.
Yeah, that can't happen. Like, dude, give Zion the ball.
Yeah.
He's going to go score.
Definitely. No, I'm with you, man. It's a weird thing. They got to figure that out. They do.
But it's time. It's time. It's just going to take a minute. They're also young, man. Those guys aren't ready to win anyway.
Van Gundy was a bad hire.
Totally.
Yeah.
Their coach is not putting them in a position to succeed anyway either. And those guys are not developed enough ready to win. Even if we took BI and Zion right now and I said, all right, have fun. You could create them a championship roster. Have fun. There's no rules. You're like, cool. Chris Paul, LeBron. It doesn't matter. I don't know that those guys are fine. Chris Paul and LeBron could take them to a title. But like outside of LeBron, don't add LeBron. But you're adding other like guys. I don't know that Zion and BI are ready yet anyway. Even if you put the
that's probably fair.
Give it a couple years and then we'll revisit about it. If it's time to move on from BI. However, I am finally on the boat with you that it's time for him to take a step back and Zion to become Batman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
I'm with that. All right, moving on. Couple last things I want to touch on real quick. Dude, the Kings. The Kings are awesome. So, Fox was just named the Western Conference Player of the Week.
HB with the game winner.
I saw that. Hilarious. Harry. Fox is a Player of the Week. 36.8, 3.8 boards, 5.5 dimes. They're 4-0 this past week, and they're 3 games out of the 8th seed. How good is Sacramento? Can they make a run? Are they a playoff team or no? Absolutely not.
Probably absolutely not.
They're 3 games out of the 8th seed, man. They're 3 games right now.
They're playing awesome,
they're
man.
Sitting 3 games behind Luka.
I'll give De'Aaron Fox his respect. I think he's going to be there for a while. He's going to play the Dame card, the loyalty
37
card.
A game. 37 and 6.
Unbelievable, man. He's an unbelievable player. He's legit. I mean, top 8, top 7 point guard in the league, top 5 point guard in the league in some kind, depending on who you ask. I mean, he's an awesome player. But they just don't have enough around him, man. And he's doing everything on his own. And it's taking Harrison Barnes for him to hit shots and to win games. And he's against a bad Cleveland team. It's like, dude, we just got to get Fox some help, man. And Luke Walton's probably just not the guy. Halliburton's pretty good. And
awesome. That's a nice piece.
Yeah, he's pretty good. And Buddy Hield is kind of whatever. And
it's tough.
Yeah.
The contract is tough. I was going to say they have like some movable pieces and stuff like that. Buddy's on a huge contract.
Rashawn Holmes is
really
kind of nice. I like Rashawn Holmes.
Is pretty good. They have like a, it comes down to like, what do we think of like Bagley? And what do we think of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, is their rebuild done, or do they need more young guys?
Oh, yeah, they need more young guys.
So it's time to get more picks and stuff. So they probably need to deal anybody with a tradable contract.
Barnes should have been dealt.
That's fair.
I read a whole article about how Barnes should have been dealt.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like,
that's fair. Just off the top of my head without reading the article, if your rebuild's not done, you don't need veterans.
Someone would have given you a first for Harrison
Barnes. Yeah, what do
Boston or something? Yes.
They're just then in their minds, they're just like, let's try to. It's a play-in tournament. We get 10 seeds. Let's try to get one and get our guys some experience.
Ugh.
That's probably the idea. Disagree with it, but so be it. I also agree that Luke Walton's not the right hire. Luke Walton, Steph Curry just gave that dude millions of dollars in a whole coaching profession.
Steph Clay
has a whole
KD.
Coaching career because, what? Whatever, dude.
That's hilarious, bro. You could have hired me. I could have stood on that side and be like, "Hey, yo, Steph,
standing for Steve Kerr, the guy who doesn't do anything anyway. Fine, that's a real hard job. Yeah, what? That's so insane. I could also do that. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise you, I know enough about basketball to do that.
Yeah,
I swear to God on everything holy.
To the playoffs.
Yes, I swear to God, that Warriors team. They'll teach me.
Yeah.
I'll go to practice like, all right, show me the plays. What are we doing?
We got LeBron next week.
Yeah. They'll teach me, man. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, hilarious, dog.
All right, a couple other cool things. So the Hornets, 3-1 without LaMelo.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was saying last week. It's like, dude, Devontae Graham hit a bunch of big shots. That's what I was trying to say last week, man.
Cool. I know.
I'm not giving up on them yet. I think they could probably sneak in.
They're cool.
Dude, Graham, Rozier.
They're playing with so much energy right now because they know they're cool. They know they are going in the right direction.
Yeah, dude.
Did you see the report the other day? It said, never mind, LaMelo's not 100% done for the year. We'll reevaluate him in 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, man, I'm just saying.
Dude, if we're the Bulls,
I'm not
we have
saying,
the Hornets
in
the first round.
I don't like that.
No,
want
we don't want that at all.
Lose.
Oh, man. Yeah,
okay,
dude.
Yeah, so they lost by 4
Borrego,
in OT
dude.
to Phoenix.
Shout out, caps off to
he's
Borrego.
Coaching great, man. Doing a great job. Shout out Booker last night. Had a great game. The 35-piece.
Tough loss. I need Charlotte to win that game.
Yeah, I know.
It's tough.
All right, so any MVP thoughts? What do you think? Lately, I've been seeing a lot of Harden and Jokic.
Yeah, I mean, Harden is probably, he should be the guy. He probably should be the guy, but writers are going to be too mad and be like, he shouldn't get it because he forced his way out of Houston.
Yeah.
But in reality, if we're looking at the league, he's the best player in the league right now.
Or the MVP. Yeah, that's fair. I said that last week or 2 weeks ago.
Me personally, I want Dame to win.
I said that last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm like, yeah, it's probably Harden, but they probably just shouldn't give him it. But it probably is. He's probably
MVP. Dude. Like if we had to vote and that didn't happen, Harden's your MVP.
Okay, so let's buzz through the power rankings. I'm gonna tell you, team. You tell me what you think. If you agree with their position or what you think. If you would think that they're legit contender or pretender. You know how it goes. So number 1, Utah. Real quick, what do you got?
Utah, probably a Western Conference Finals team at best. I mean, they'll probably lose to the Lakers or Clippers in 7.
You like them at 1 in the power rankings?
They're playing awesome. They're having a great regular season,
the best team in the regular season.
Can't hate on them.
Fair enough. 2, Brooklyn. Power rankings.
They win the title. They win. They're probably the number 1 team in the power rankings.
This is not the standings. This is the power rankings.
Oh, wow.
What they think is the best teams in the league.
That's wild.
Brooklyn
should be 1.
Yeah, that's wild, right? So Brooklyn's 2. They actually went down. Last week they were 1, so they went down. So Brooklyn's 2, even though they just picked up all those crazy pieces, which is wild.
What?
Clippers are 3. So they were 7 last week. They moved up 4 spots.
Yeah, interesting.
Just because, I mean, dude, they got Ibaka. Well, it's one thing when you have these guys, another thing when you pair them with a championship point guard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when you pair Kawhi, PG, Ibaka with Rondo, all those guys become better than they were without him.
Yeah, No, I agree, man.
Milwaukee's 4. That's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Last week they were 2, so they went down 2 spots. 5 is Philly.
Yeah. How much do you like the George Hill signing?
It's cool for them. It's cool for them. They could use it.
They need a point guard.
Yeah, they need somebody to dribble the ball and shoot the ball a little bit. So it's cool. They're 32-14, man. Their offensive rating is 112. Their defensive rating is 107. So like offensively, they're half. They're like right in the middle.
Yeah, but then the number 1 defensive, number 2
defensive team in the league, right? So number 6, Phoenix Suns. So disrespectful.
Yeah,
they have the 2nd best record in the NBA.
That's awesome.
Phoenix has the 2nd best record in the NBA.
Yeah.
They're number 6. It's tough. I get that those teams are probably like.
Shut up, Monty Williams, bro.
I get that those teams are quote unquote better than them, but like, are they? I understand they're in different brackets, so fine. Let's just pretend they both make it to the finals. Are we sure that Milwaukee is two teams better than Phoenix? Are you sure that if Phoenix happened to come out of the West and Milwaukee happened to come out of the East, the Phoenix doesn't gentleman sweep that team? Are we sure?
Yeah, okay. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
I just feel like it's a little disrespectful to put them 6 when they're the second best record in the league.
Dude, Monty Williams.
And Chris Paul. They have 2 head coaches.
For sure. Dude, Monty, but I also want to say that he's been so good with Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is like going to be like a really good player.
Yes, totally. And that's a guy I missed on. I missed on that.
Dude,
one.
he's going to be like Norman Powell level role player where he's going to be like 18, 17 a game, plays good D, shoots.
Yep, shoots the ball. Yeah, he's playing awesome, man. And the other day, Chris Paul, that was last night. So all 5 starters register a positive plus minus. Awesome. And Chris Paul breaks his streak of multi-assist games, which was literally 1,130-something games or something like that. It's like the second longest of all time. He only had 1 dime. So the last time he had 1 dime in a game, Devin Booker was 9.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of funny
facts, I saw that. Hilarious. Basketball reference. Awesome.
Like but yeah, I mean, it's wild. They said his streak is more games with multi-assists than MJ played his whole career. I'm like, damn. This guy's out here just serving cats
point
up.
God.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, yeah. So they're 6. Phoenix is 6. The disrespect. 7 is LA. Again, the disrespect.
Yeah, but I
know.
The
it's
power
tough.
rankings probably they suck.
That's fair. 8 is Denver. Whatever. Now we're in like where all these teams
Dallas.
are 9, Dallas, 10, Portland, 11, Memphis, whatever.
Ja Morant, dude.
Oh, speaking of Memphis, dude, Ja is just cold. He's just as cold as
dude. Do you see the flying one-handed dunk?
How about all the 360 layups and
he like hangs in the air, banked it off the glass.
He does, dude. He's like probably the most like exciting in terms of flashy, fun to watch.
Do you get like scared when he like jumps?
Kind of.
Every time I was like, ah.
Well, he's just so like skinny.
And he
jumps with such ferocity and power.
Bro, that NBA.com posted.
Like D-Rose jumped like that, but D-Rose was built.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Ja's
Ja,
not built,
I feel like I could walk up to Ja and snap him.
Yeah.
You know, he's just skinny,
dude,
man.
He or NBA.com or NBA Instagram posted like Ja's top 10 finishes or everything. And
both
the
hands.
number 1 comment is watch how he lands.
Yeah.
And it's always one leg,
yeah,
bro. And
you're like,
oh,
Stop. This has been debunked so many times. That's fans being so stupid. This has been debunked so many times.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'm not
have
saying
all
that
of the greatest dunkers of all time.
I'm not saying
but I'm
it's a
saying
thing.
anytime Ja posts anything, everyone in the comments is just, stop landing on one leg. You're going to get hurt. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And like all this, he goes to like, he's talked about this. He goes to like sports science people and they're like, they don't know what they're, everyone. Stop. They're just idiots on Instagram.
Yeah.
And Ja's like, all right, cool. He's addressed that.
Yeah.
About people yelling at him about how he lands and stuff. He's literally addressed it before. Yeah. Because I know that's a thing where everyone freaks out about the way he lands. And I'm with them. It looks, sometimes I go,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know. But evidently, it's all good. Evidently, it's all good. It's already been taken care of. He's already addressed it. So, but I know, dude. I know. Because, like, he goes up so hard. He leaves the ground with so much force.
He goes so high.
And he levitates. He just floats in the air. Yeah. And he comes down, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah. Dude.
All right, cool, man. Next week, we are going to do a fun episode, like a fun little game. Should we just tell them what it is?
Yeah.
All right. No, it's little cliffhanger.
Okay.
All right, cool. Make sure you guys check it out next week. We're going to have like a fun little episode. It's going to be different. We're not just going to run down.
Yeah, we're going to try and do more fun shit.
Right. We're not just going to always run through the stories. So, and that's just, like I said, like I've been saying, be interactive with us. Let us know what you guys want to see. This is just fun stuff that's been brought up to us. So we're going to keep doing that. We're working on writing and filming a bunch of sketches and other sort of content. So make sure you guys are following along social media. As always, Stepback Pod on Twitter, Stepback Podcast on Instagram, the Stepback on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Kyle Coleman, you can find me at I am Kyle Coleman on everything.
I'm Pat Sabolka on everything.
Yeah, cool. Anything else?
We're out.
Cool. Peace.